Check out this cool servo testing module right here. This thing is just a wonderful tool if you use servos at all. You can connect this up to 5 volts and then you can hook up, they've got outputs here for up to 3, I'll show you a close-up of this in a minute, up to 3 servos. And then you've got several choices here. You can just push a little button here and you can rotate through 3 choices. The first choice is manual control, and just by turning the knob I can control the servo. It doesn't go 180 degrees. I'm not sure why not, but it does move a little bit. So you can do a little preliminary testing, and then if you push on this option button again, it will center it up. So let me go back to the manual control here, get it off center, and then if you push the option button, you go into the middle indicator LED, and that centers the servo. And having the servo at center position is really handy, so you know where it is when you go ahead and attach it to your project. You have a better idea of where your servo horn is going to be when you power up your project, where sometimes if you don't know where it is, it'll jam up the linkage because it'll go to 180 degrees when you apply power and you expected it to be at, say, 90 degrees. So this centering thing is really nice. I center it up and then I disconnect everything and then I screw it into my project, and then I know where that servo is before I apply power. And then if you push the options button again, it will go into the swing mode. It's a real cheap servo. It's not working very smoothly on this servo. It works differently on different servos, but you get the idea. So that is very neat for just playing with your servos before you actually commit them to a project or something. It's really nice just for a quick tester. And on a continuous, a 360-degree servo, if you turn your knob in one direction, it allows you to control the speed. You get faster and faster depending on how far you turn your knob. And then if you turn your knob back the other way, when you get back to center point, it stops, and then if you continue past the center point, it goes the other direction. And the further you twist the knob, the faster the servo goes, which is consistent with how a 360-degree servo works. And then the other 2 options, the center option, if I click that button, center option just doesn't work. I don't know if it would work on other servos or not, but it's just creeping along, and different servos require different tuning. So you might be able to tune the servo for this to work, but why bother? And then the sweep function works, but you can't control anything. And it appears to go 180 degrees roughly. And I'll show you a close-up of this thing. So I've got the output here. Well, here, let me just get it closer. Going to disconnect power as well. And let's see if you can see this thing okay. And I put tape over the LEDs because they're so darn bright. So you can see on the input, you've got just 3 prongs there. So you can actually control this with an Arduino or something. It's got signal and then plus and minus voltage. And let me get a little thing here to block out the outside stuff. So you've got 3 prongs there for the input. You've got signal and plus and minus voltage, and it runs on 5 volts. And then on the output, you've got 3 for signal, plus and minus voltage, and you've got 3 sets of pins in this output. So that's a real slick little device that I just love having around.